What's going on, YouTube? Today is April 13th, 2024. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who make the attempt to stop by, leave a comment, hit the like button. I truly appreciate you. If you're feeling gracious, you can head by my Rumble channel, link in the description below. And if you're in the market for some gold, silver, platinum, Money Metals link down below. Now, I've been stacking wrong, or so some comments and emails have told me. It's important to consider certain things before we make accusations in life. For instance, people have told me that I shouldn't be stacking these mercury rounds, these gold merc rounds, because the premium is higher than that of other pieces of gold the same size. And while that is true, it's pretty small, in my opinion. Not a financial advisor, not financial advice, don't have a crystal ball. This is merely how I do me. Now maybe I should listen to him and just give up stacking since I'm doing it wrong. Or maybe we should unpack things a little bit. Yes, I'm certain that's probably the right thing to do. Number one, silver is my favorite precious metal. I'm extremely silver heavy. I'm light platinum and I'm light gold. Now, people have a belief that we could go back to a barter system. I personally no longer believe that. But even if I'm wrong, it's okay, because I have a lot of silver. I have a lot of constitutional silver. If you watch this channel, you will see that I am constantly buying silver. And I'm still buying silver today because I love it. You will see that I've excuse me, I hold quite a significant amount of silver. Now, I am shifting gears a little bit into the gold and platinum realm, if you haven't noticed. The metal before the metal I unboxed last night on this channel, on Friday night, was bought purely with stock and crypto profits. So I do what people have been doing for years, which is I take profits from one asset and I transfer it into another, not selling the entire asset, but playing with the profits, which is free money minus tax liability, if you will, and I shifted to another asset, that being hard assets, physical assets, which is, you know, if you've been listening to me for any amount of time, is my end game. But that's how I acquire more of them. If you were to look at, and I'll probably attach the links below, if you were to look at silver for the last 10 years, if you were to look at gold for the last 10 years, you will find silver is, if you started stacking 10 years ago, you would be doing very well with either metal. Better with gold, and that's why I'm upping my gold holdings. But you'd also be doing very well with silver. Now, if you started stacking silver at 50 bucks an ounce, you're in trouble. However, that's a very short window of time. If you compare gold and silver, they do go up over time. Gold does tend to perform better, and because I'm so silver heavy, and I don't sell my silver to buy gold. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. If the GSR gets to where I want it to be, I wouldn't sell all of it or even most of it. I would sell a very small portion, maybe, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 ounces. It's a drop in the bucket for me. But it depends on where things lie. But I will never get rid of the majority of my silver until my quote-unquote golden years. So that's not, you know, what I'm talking about here, although there are opportunities to do that. What I'm talking about here is diversifying my portfolio, okay? And I'm doing that with gold. I'm doing that with platinum. Now, if I don't particularly like gold. Anyone who knows me knows that. But that doesn't matter because the world loves gold, therefore I must have more of it. It really is that simple. That's just the way of the world. That's the way it works. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what I like. The profits remain unchanged. So gold is something I need more of. So for me, if I'm spending a few dollars more for a piece I really like that keeps me motivated to add more gold to the stack, although my fundamental gold stack is not and will not be based on higher premium pieces, that's key for me because it keeps me interested in moving in that positive direction of adding more gold. I'll probably add 2 more of these Merc rounds because I like them, putting me at about 5. Now, same thing with platinum. I like the kookaburras, I like the koalas better than the Britannias. But the Britannias are cheaper generally, so I will go back to mostly stacking those. And after I buy a couple more Mercs, I will go back to buying the Philharmonics. I'll go back to buying the Britannias simply because the price point is somewhat better. But there are things to consider. Okay, number 1, how much silver do I have? What is my base stack made of? Generic bars, generic rounds, and about 120, 140 ASCs. Okay, and a lot of constitutional. 40%, 90%, 35%, mostly 90%, and then 40% behind that. I have a very good fundamental base stack. What does my gold stack consist of? Britannias, Maples, I think, Kangaroo. I have a very good fundamental gold stack. So it's okay for me to treat myself. Another thing to consider, I live alone. I live many, many times below my means. If I'm cold, I turn on the heat. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I want to order out, I'll do that from time to time because it doesn't put me in a bind. I don't finance new cars. I don't do those things. So I don't live in a place that's bigger than what I can afford, more than I need. So if I want to, splurge and buy some gold pieces I like from time to time that are 10, 12 bucks more than what I could pay for a Britannia, or same thing with platinum. If I want to buy a kook or a koala and pay 5, 6 bucks more, that's okay. It's not going to break the bank. You have to consider these things. Now, am I going to build a base stack on high premium stuff? Absolutely not. But it's okay to splurge once in a while. Unless, I got to bring this up. I forgot to bring up the chirp. Yo, my bad. I'm unprepared because I'm deep in thought. Let's talk about the pullback. Was there a pullback? Absolutely. But was there really? And here's what I'm basing that on. Right now, gold is at 23.74.15. Silver's at 28.11. What has silver been the last year or so? What, 22, 23 bucks pretty consistently? Now it's 28.11. Okay, it was 30 bucks the other day, give or take. Whatever. Platinum 988.85. My point to you is this: because I've been told that I should have waited for the pullback. Okay, listen. The recent run up in metals, the pullback is not going, in my opinion, not financial advice, not an advisor, not a financial advisor, don't have a crystal ball, but in my opinion, I think even the pullbacks were still going to be sitting better than we were a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, if we're holding gold, silver, and platinum. I really believe that. So if $26 gold pullback is a problem for me, I probably shouldn't be stacking gold. If a $1.90, $2 silver pullback after how it's performed, how well it's performed, is an issue for me, I probably don't have the stomach to be stacking a lot of silver. Maybe a few ounces here and there. Same thing with platinum. These are very, very key fundamental things to look at. If you look at the charts and you study them continuously, especially gold, there are less exceptions to the rule with gold than there are with silver, but silver too, they go up. They have pullbacks, but overall they go up. So am I concerned about the pullback? Absolutely not. Do I think I made a mistake? Absolutely not. But it also depends on one's risk tolerance, one's appetite for it, one's financial situation, how old one is, and how close they are to retirement, I suppose. If I was closer to retirement, I would probably be more conservative in my strategies. However, being too conservative has cost me a lot of gains. That's why I'm doing things a little bit differently now. But am I concerned about the gold purchases, the platinum purchases, the silver purchases I've made recently and to come? Abso-friggin-lutely not. That's just my opinion. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit me up on Rumble, use that Money Metals link, show the love, drop a comment, and whatever y'all do, keep stacking.